Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking to a game between Grandmaster Suleiymanli and Grandmaster Alexander Bortnyk from the title Tuesday of October 1 early edition. Let's jump right into the game. Suleiymanli starting with the white pieces go for 1 d4. Alexander Bortnyk replies with knight to f6, c4, b6, knight to f3, bishop to b7, knight to c3, g6, queen to c2, d6, e4, knight on b to d7, bishop to e2, e5, d5, h5, knight to g5, h4, g3, bishop to e7, knight to f3, h takes on g3, f takes on g3, a5, bishop to d2, knight to c5. Suleiymanli goes for long castling, queen to d7, rook on d to f1. Bortnyk also goes for long castling, knight to g5, rook on d to f8, h3, king to b8, rook to h2, knight to h5, bishop takes on h5, rook takes on h5, h4, f5, rook on h2, f2, bishop to a6, b3, f4, g takes on f4, rook takes on h4, knight to f3, rook on h takes on f4, bishop takes on f4, rook takes on f4, queen to e2, g5, knight to d2, queen to h3, king to c2, bishop to c8, rook to h2, queen to g3, rook to h8, king to b7. So if you look at this position, after 30 moves into the game, Suleiymanli is having a slight advantage of plus 0.9. So the right continuation for Suleiymanli here is to play a rook to e1 or even rook to f3 and kick away the queen. But he continues with rook to h7 and this is a mistake. And after this move, Bortnyk is having an advantage of minus 1.7. Here Bortnyk can continue with bishop to g4, attacking the queen. Game Suleiymanli put the queen to e1. Then it will be queen to d3 with check. King to b2. Bortnyk will continue with a brilliant move. Queen to d4. Here you can see many pieces are hanging and there is a lot of tension brewing. And here he played a weighty move with the queen, pinning the knight to the king and waiting to create a strong attack. And Suleiymanli unpins the knight by bowing the king to c2, knight to d3, queen to g3, knight to b4 with check, king to c1. So here the right continuation for Bortnyk to end the game in a checkmate is first bringing the bishop to e2, attacking the rook, and if the knight decide to capture this bishop, it will end in queen to a1 with check, knight to b1, queen takes on a2, queen to c3, rook takes on f1 with check, queen to e1, and rook takes on e1, checkmate. But in the game, Bortnyk continues with knight takes on a2 with check, knight takes on a2, queen to a1 with check, king to c2, queen takes on a2 with check, king to d3, rook takes on f1, queen takes on g4, rook to f2, queen to d1, bishop to f6, c5, b takes on c5, knight to c4, g4, knight takes on d6 with check, king to b8, knight to c4, rook to f3 with check, knight to e3, bishop to g5, d6, rook takes on e3 with check, king to c4, rook takes on e4 with check, king to b5, rook to b4 with check, king takes on c5, bishop to e3 with check, king to c6, rook to b6 with check, king to d7, rook takes on d6 with check, queen takes on d6, c takes on d6, king to c6, queen to c2 with check, forking the king and the rook, and king moves to b5, and Bortnyk went on to capture the rook on h7, and it was in this position after 55 moves into the game. Suleiymanli resigned the game to Alexander Bortnyk, and Alexander Bortnyk ended up winning the title Tuesday on October 1st early edition. The late edition was won by Magnus Carlsen as well. The reason for resignation is pretty much clear. There's a forced mate in 6 moves. So if Suleiymanli decided to continue this game by playing king to c6, then it will be g3. Now stopping the promotion. b4, g2, b5, g1 equal to queen, b6, queen to b7 with check, king to b5, queen to d5 with check, king to f4, queen to a1, checkmate. So for saying this, Suleimani has resigned after queen takes on h7.